welcome to the 2019 Swedish Open. This is your round 3 front 9 coverage, commentary by none other than Avery, Jenkins, and Josef Berg. How you doing today, Josef?
I'm doing good. It's an honor being here commentating with you. The 2009 World Champion, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
awesome.
sir. Definitely a pleasure to be back in Sweden here for this prestigious event. The first year in 2019 of the Swedish Open here at
Ymer.
Beautiful. In Borås, Sweden.
Yeah.
Great to be back on the west coast of Sweden, and we got some good action here. Leadcard got Linus Carlsson currently with a 4-stroke lead over Henric Hagman, Kristian Spliid from Denmark, and Kristian Bengtsson from
Sweden. Yeah, from Alingsås, Sweden. Sponsored by Prodiscus, yeah.
So top-notch players, all ranked over 1,000 on the PDJ player rating. Hole number 1, 122 meters. So that's exactly 400 feet on the conversion. Par 3. I'm going to say this is probably one of the best hole ones of any course I've played. Just really good challenge. You got OB to the right side. It's a slight uphill rise. And man, it's challenging to really get a shot back there.
Yeah.
Love this hole. Absolutely love this hole to start the course.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a great birdie to get. Like these top players, they really do want to get it. But there's a lot of obstacles, like like the OB right, the trees in the middle. Yeah, it's a good starting hole.
So Linus Carlsson, the hometown kid, the local pro, he's supposed to win this tournament. He's the best player in the area on this course, and he has high expectations and obviously high goals to win this event. Currently the 4-stroke lead, teeing up on hole number 1.
Yeah, I would say he's also like the best player in Sweden right now. He is hot, and I play a lot with him. This is both our home course, and he seldom go like below 10 under par here. It's always 2 digits. So yeah, he's shot 2 great scores so far, but I think he has even better scores in him.
Something we failed to mention as well, and you pointed on it, is this group of trees off to the short left side. It's about halfway down the fairway, and that is full-on jail.
It is.
It's a bunch of birch trees, like 100 of them, all tightly gathered.
It is.
And that is the shot, trying to leave it out to the high right side, but avoiding that, obviously, OB road to the right side.
Yeah.
So Henric Hagman.
He comes from Lund, I guess. I think Helsingborg. Yeah, in Skåne.
A nice kick off the right side trees and back inbounds. Definitely testing that right side OB early on. Not too much wind, as you see just a slight little breeze on the flanners there.
Yeah.
Here we go. From Denmark, Kristian Spliid. A top player in Europe. See a lot of top finishes from him over the last couple years.
For sure. Yeah, he's a good player. I think he plays very well in the Cockadal Open this year as well. That's a tough putt, but yeah, I think he's happy not going out of bounds or just having his first shot done and easy par.
You really wonder how much you want to test this first shot. Lead card, nerves are high, final round here, trying to make a move and trying to make a play on the leader. And again, it's a really hard to attack kind of hole at 400 feet, 122 meters up there. You really got to punch it back there with a fairway driver with a good straight carry.
Yeah. Yeah, you really want a late flip here. You don't want to even start hyzering out because there's a down slope just at the end of the hole, and if you just start a hyzer, it goes down. So then you have a 10-meter putt uphill.
So a bunch of conservative shots there on the first tee shot here, finishing short left side. Mm-hmm. There's our TD, Henric Hagman.
Yeah, doing great work with this tournament.
Conservative little layup there, not going for too much. It's a longer shot, but not going to test it on the first hole. It's a very fast green down left side.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought they were gonna push like, because I think Linus is leading by 4 strokes, right? And they really have to push if they want to catch him because he is not going to slow down, I think.
So what makes Linus so dominant lately? Being a young player, coming up the ranks, playing junior for several years, and now playing open full time. What makes his game so dominant?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. First of all, his putting. When his putter is on, it's on. When we practice putting, I count everything within 50 meters to stick. So his putter is definitely his main weapon. But he also has a lot of spin control. I think you'll see it on some holes. He really gets to... he's really good at controlling the angles and the spin on the disc and placing them well.
Well, here's definitely one you need to control the angles and speed and distance on hole number 2, a par 4. Just a touch over about 375. Very short for a par 4, 109 meters.
Oh yeah.
This first tee shot, there's a Mando left side that you got to hyzer around and really push it up to the flat to give you a good second shot to attack the pin. There's a second Mando up there as well. We'll see on the second shot.
Yeah, you just want to hyzer up because wherever you land, you'll still have an easy upshot. But of course, the further you go, the easier the upshot. So you can be aggressive and really push one, but there's no need. You just want to get up there and have an open look into the basket. And that's a perfect shot. I think Hagman has almost like 30 meters left, 35.
And there is OB to the long right side, marked by some mistakes. I found that the first round, unfortunately, just trying to push the driver out there and trying to get the short second shot, but give it a little too much heat and definitely found it. These guys are just chipping it up there, trying to get that second shot. Pretty standard, pretty conservative throws.
Yeah, if you want to be aggressive like you and also like myself, you have to throw something overstable because it's not far to reach the OB if you go straight. You really want to hyzer if you attack it.
So short for a par 4. I was kind of questioning this hole and maybe a few others being shorter for the par 4. Pretty standard 3s, but I don't think anybody's 2-ing them.
No, there's definitely no 2s on this hole, I think, but the other par 4s are attackable. So some 2s and the par 4s are sort of must-gets on this course.
So a little bit short, a little bit out of position, opting for the forehand shot.
Wow.
He wants another try at that.
Yeah, I think so too. He really likes to forehand those AVRs, those understable AVRs. He really has good control on them. Usually people want to throw like perhaps harps or something more overstable for those forehand upshots, but he really likes those slow, understable putters.
And here's where that second Mando comes into play with that tree to the right. They really got to bend the shot in there. But for these top players, shouldn't be a problem as they lay it up there for the easy drop-in 3s. Tester putt for Linus. Outside the circle. And wide right. He's going to drop a stroke here.
Yep, he is. At least one. But he'll make this for sure. Good one. Oh, wow.
I was just going to say something about these baskets. I love the bright, vibrant orange, really glows in the woods, really nice bright orange disc golf park baskets. And there's nothing that compares to their ring.
No.
When you hit a crisp, clean putt on these baskets, it's a very rewarding sound.
They're lovely, and they're unique. I think there's not many made in this color. I think they're almost one of the only ones.
And even better with the pull wrap on the bottom.
It's awesome.
With the course name on there. Only place I've seen it elsewhere is the European Open.
Yeah. Yeah, this course is really well maintained, I think, and the course, the baskets and the tee pads and everything, I really like it. Yeah.
Hole number 3, a little short par 3 through the trees, 73 meters, just a little over 225 feet. We do got OB to the right side. That doesn't come into play unless you get some errant tree kick to the right side. Mm-hmm. Other than that, very straightforward.
It is. And there's also this over-the-top line that I think Hagman is going for it.
Really?
Yeah, many people are. The big arms are, and you also can throw a tomahawk, a thumber. There's many ways to get there, but if the wind is wrong, it's a bad move, but when the wind is down, it's quite good.
And sticks it inside the circle. Good aggressive play. Not a play, like you said, like you see all the time, but executed perfectly.
Yep.
Kristian going for the straight putter shot.
Nice.
May look fairly easy. What are you throwing on this hole?
I'm throwing harp. I'm
Okay.
actually throwing harp. Just flexing it with a slight Anheuser here. That's what I'm comfortable with. The Anheuser slight flex shots, but just something that goes straight here. Yeah, and this is Kristian's bread and butter. I was just about to say he is so good with those short putter shots. I believe he's throwing a Sparta from Prodiscus there.
And Linus leaking one a little bit to the right side, catching a late tree. Bengtsson not going to take any chances. Layup for the easy tap in par.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little trees surrounding the basket, kind of like a little bunker here to the short left side. And again, really not going for too much.
No.
Yeah, you get caught in that left side, lines up some pretty unique lines at the basket. Beautiful up and down for Henric. And
Nice
Spliid.
birdie. Nice birdie from Kristian.
And that's what you expect on this short hole. You feel pretty bad. You missed this par 3.
Yeah, yeah.
But you need to get your birdies while you can. About to go into a tough stretch here on the Ymer Gardens. So tell us about that name. Ymer Garden.
Ymergården.
Ymer Garden.
Oh yeah, there you have it. It's named after a big giant. I think it's like an ancient giant.
Well, it's a giant course.
It
27 holes. We're playing the front 18 of that.
Yeah,
As you take a look at the scoreboard here, we got Linus dropping a stroke there and dropping 2 strokes actually. Only a 2-stroke lead through 3 holes on the front 9 final round.
They're catching up.
Hole number 4, par 4, dog leg to the right. As we take a look down this fairway here, there's your Mando on that tree to the right side, and then you really got to bend it around here. And there's a second shot look, kind of up the rise, up the hill to the basket. Very heavily guarded, lots of late trees to block those birdie chances.
Yeah.
And there's OB left side and long of the fairway as well, so a lot of players might opt to lay up short at the corner and play in around the Mando. He looks like he's taking maybe a slower mid-range.
Oh no, he's missed the Mando.
Yep, shaking his head.
Yeah.
He's made up some strokes in the leader now. Probably going to drop one back with that errant shot on the tee.
Yeah, with the Mando, there's really no way to attack this hole. You just have to place it.
Yeah, I like the forehand shot. I like trying to play aggressive on this hole. Kristian just going to go putter, leaner next to the wall, but inbounds through those OB stakes. And that's at the corner. You should have a pretty clean second shot to the basket from there.
Yeah, I know my friend Tobias Söderqvist, he actually got really unlucky there and he rolled and it stood. So even if the OB is just by the stone wall, he still was OB.
And Bengtsson laying up a little bit short of the Mando. Really have to wrap this shot around there. It's really hard to attack this hole. It's a very small gateway on the corner.
There we have Linus with the first run AVR X3, I guess. Yeah, I think. He really likes that putter. It's so slow and straight, so it has very little glide to it.
So no one on the lead card actually trying to go for this hole, trying to lay up to the corner and take that second shot, maybe a chance at birdie. Now this is the second shot you have. This is the look. Slide uphill on the rise of the rocks up to the flat, and plenty of trees in between.
Oh no. Yeah, from the drop zone there, that would be a tough par.
Very unique terrain out here at this course, especially in Sweden. A lot of rocks, a lot of moss, obviously a lot of trees, and a good use of all that here on this course. Sneaks one through.
Nice one, nice one. Patent penning almost. He's good at those tricky shots. Showing his spin control there.
So Bengtsson a little out of position here, really trying to flex one around, get the angle. a short left side. It's going to leave him a long tester putt.
Yeah, stayed safe though. I think it was quite close to the OB there.
There's a pretty typical look right here.
Yeah, this
Right
is the standard place, like this one, or just where Hagman was from the drop zone. That's the shot you will see most likely in the second shot.
And executed perfectly.
Wow.
I also like the kind of the feature of the rock wall that comes into play on several of these holes on this course. I was saying, I appreciate just the playing the holes along the historic parts of this park, of this property. Very unique place to play some disc golf.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Good bid.
A little spin roll off the top for Henric with a long bid.
Unfortunately, he's gonna take a bogey on this hole though. Nice birdie.
Way to get one back there. So Linus and Kristian with the lone birdies on this hole.
Yeah, and now comes perhaps the signature hole of this course. A long par 4 downhill. It is attackable for the eagle. It's quite an easy birdie if you want to throw a mid or a putter down the first shot, but it's absolutely attackable with a fairway.
So is that where you go? You go fairway driver on this hole?
If you want to be aggressive, you do it. I did it in the second round and got rewarded with an eagle, but most of the times I throw a mid here.
It's 195 meters, about 635 feet, downhill par 4, and it's a whole corridor down the entire stretch. You get caught left side, you get caught right side, you're in for some work ahead of you for a second shot, trying to get up and down for that birdie 3.
Yeah.
Good sized gallery here on Sunday.
Awesome.
Supporting the top card here. We're ready to see some action.
Yeah, Borås is really a good town for disc golf. It has a lot of good players, and we also have a disc golf shop in Findisc, and 2 great courses, a lot of 9-hole courses as well. Just a great town.
So that's kind of that flip up, maybe mid to fairway driver, trying to get that carry and that flex down the hill, let the gravity work its magic on the disc.
It's such a beautiful shot when you execute. It's just so lovely to see the disc flip up and just ride that just ride down the fairway.
Got it, that perfect line.
It's a little bit overstable, I think. Yeah.
And that's kind of the play I was going for. I was actually even going destroyer on this hole, going high-speed distance driver, playing the right side and letting it flip to flat, just trying to get way down there. Even if I was in the woods, I was hoping I was close enough to at least get the chip out for the birdie. But I have seen the fairway driver work quite well. Bengtsson working that left side and getting a gracious kick out flare.
Wow, that's a good spot. He came far, actually. Yeah, that's good.
Henric, fourth to tee.
A bit high. Wow.
Getting the carry, getting the glide, but swallowed up right side, dropping short in the fairway. Looks like a clean second shot from there.
I don't think he has more than 40 meters max from there. He came far.
So Linus getting caught up about halfway down the fairway. Pretty rugged, pretty rough, a lot of rocks. Going the forehand approach.
Yeah, he's throwing the P3X there, I think. And that is just Kristian's signature shot. Standstill putter.
That's beauty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And just playing his course today, realizes where he gets that shot. A lot of straights, tunnel shots, corridors, down the alleyway. You need a good touch with a mid, with a putter.
Yeah, I guess
you speak.
I guess you speak about Nordhaga, right?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Nice course.
Another great approach as well. Thing of beauty, nestling down there on the rocks. We'll tap in from there. Henric with a long bid.
That's for an eagle.
Very few eagles on this hole this past weekend. Did you get any of the rounds?
Yeah, I got it the second round. I had a rough start, so instead of going with a safe play with the mid, I had to attack and got the eagle.
As Linus is going to drop a stroke to the entire card as they card their birdies here on the downhill par 4. And we have Linus shooting 11 down the second round, going into this final round, third round. But 11 down is pretty good. But I'm sitting here with Josef here, shooting the one better, shooting the 12 down for this third round. Just put everything together.
Yeah, it was a good round. I was kind of disappointed on my second round, so I just came out with a fresh mindset and just wanted to attack, and it paid off.
Hole number 6, probably my favorite hole on this entire course. Uphill par 3. Man, just a little bit over 83 meters.
Yeah, and this is awesome.
You got to hit this corridor shot. You got those two kind of goalposts you got to split, and then a late tree on the left side. But man, to hit this shot, you get rewarded for it.
Absolutely. There is a safe play going further to the left and having an anhyzer, so it's possible to reach the basket, but it's much more difficult. But it's kind of more safe play because you avoid these two trees.
But Bengtsson actually put it up there on the flat, on the dance floor, hole number 6.
That's
and
right.
Then you had Henric actually coming up short on the green. Linus taking that outside route you're talking about, but catching the late tree. This is a danger of this hole, though. You hit a tree early on, it leaves a very difficult uphill second shot. But Kristian making easy work of that. That's where a lot of the bogeys come. This is one hole where you still got to throw it, regardless. You're never just going to walk past this hole. You can, even if you come up short, you're thinking, oh, wow, I'm just going to lay it up there and take my easy 3. This hole, you're working no matter what. If you're trying to get the birdie, if you're trying to save the par, I know there's been a lot of bogeys on this hole throughout the weekend. Just getting it up there and then an elevated green to finish it on this high basket.
Look at this green, man. It's so beautiful. They put in so much work this past weeks, just getting it in order. It's so beautiful.
And very symbolic of a course back in the States. I'm thinking Mila MacGyver for the Beaver State Fling this coming weekend. I always think of this with the stumps and the ferns and the wood chips. Very similar to that course with this look here.
Yeah, I love the wood chips. It really puts an professional look to it.
Spotting up the birdie putt. Easy.
Nice birdie. And we just have to shout out Anders Svärd. He aced this hole.
He aced it.
Wow, that's insane.
It's uphill already, and just think the height you had to have on that drive just to get it high enough up the hill, but then high enough to get to the green, and then high enough on an elevated basket even. Anders Svärd to ace this hole the final round.
If you said to me that one hole on this course, one par 3 was aced, I would have never guessed hole 6. That would have been one of the least likely holes to be aced, but that was awesome.
So a little shuffle there during the lead card. Linus going into the round with a 4-stroke lead, only leading by 1 through 6 holes.
They're catching up.
Hole number 7, a par 3, 91 meters, slight uphill turnover is exactly 300 feet. But a gorgeous hole, a nice sloping turn with a mid or possibly a fairway driver. But you gotta look at that OB long right side, that's less than 4 meters away, about 15 feet. So you gotta have some good speed control up the hill.
Yeah, this hole is always placed further than you think. So, and being scared of the OB you should not be it, because you have a drop in par if you go past, but it's very unlikely you do. So you have to attack this with a fair bit of power, actually.
Pretty similar shot to hole 6. I don't think it has the same like incline or elevation as steep, but I think it's pretty similar to being about the same shot.
Yeah.
Uphill, turnover.
That's right.
A little late finish to it. Early turn. Taking a little too tight, challenging those center trees. You want to play around those trees to the left side. And then they have the little barrier wall just short of the basket. Yeah. That's actually to protect a bush that was once there that took a lot of disc hits, I guess, and they replanted it to add another obstacle there. Once that bush does grow up, they're going to remove that wood blocking it now, but it's to keep it safe and let it grow.
Yeah.
Couple errant shots to start this hole. Kind of surprised, especially with the success on the previous hole on those big uphill flex shots. Linus with a one-stroke lead, looking to extend.
Throwing the S-line FD here.
Is it high enough?
No, it's not. I think he caught the bush.
Wow, kind of surprised with the shots by the Leadcard here. There's another hole. You want to get it. You at least want to get up there on the green for a chance at a 2. And we got some pretty far putts. Here's one over the wooden bush.
Yeah, and it's a scary run because you don't want to go OB on the second shot here. And it's very easy to roll up and over the OB.
You definitely don't, and I did it twice, so.
Wow. That was a poor bait.
Here's one circle's edge, maybe inside.
Oh, the split screen. Nice
Nice
action.
knockdown hit, leaving a little slow-mo for it.
Gorgeous.
So we got up there a lot farther than I thought. Just carried through and way to take advantage of that. So Bengtsson making a pretty good move. Back-to-back birdies here. Good camaraderie within the group. Good to see an all-European card. Final round here.
Yeah, of course.
Talk us through a little bit about hole number 8, par 3, 75 meters.
Yeah, this is a gut check, sort of. Like, you really have to commit to your shot here. It's so easy to get the short arm and just yank it into to the left or to the right, and that's a bogey. It's really hard to scramble if you hit early.
So trying to throw the corridor shot with a slight turnover bend.
Yeah.
And that wasn't
That's the short arm.
But yeah, he did fortunately kick right to the center of the fairway. Is this a shot you're going for?
Yeah, you're going for it. I'm going for it. You could throw a forehand, I guess, if you're more confident in that shot. But it's harder to get the birdie that way. So I've started to throw the backhand, just as Kristian is doing right here.
Looking for a little carry to the right, maybe a little kick.
15 meters.
Henric looking for a little tasty touch drive through this tight fairway, hole number 8.
Wow. I do like this hole though. I think it's nice to have something where you really have to pipe a shot. Gets through. Yeah.
And there's OB left side, that rock wall. There's some white stakes right there that could come into play on the drive or even the putt.
Yeah, I found them twice, actually, the OB there.
And this is where you see a lot more wind. I think it was probably one of the windier spots on the course, hole 8, and then even later in the course, like 11 and 12. But usually that wind is coming across that field, ripping pretty good. So if you had a tester putt on this hole, it's definitely get affected.
For sure, and often you're actually putting towards the OB into a headwind. So, and with the elevated basket, it really sets up for a difficult putt.
I definitely agreed having this kind of hole in the mix, a short little wooded turnover shot. But it is a set of 3 turnovers in a row, being 6, 7, and 8.
It is.
Varying distances and obviously varying challenges. Henric high off the band. Linus lining up.
having the tailwind as well. Putting away from the
Birdie
OB.
putt sucks in the right low side and stays in. Good extension, good follow through. Like you said, a very solid putter. And this is a putter's kind of course. Drives, you want to keep them close, but man, lots of opportunity for putts out here.
Yeah, you really want to score on this course. There's a lot of birdies and not so many bogeys to be had. You have to score if you want to be up there.
Henric with the lone bogey. Both Kristians tap in for pars. Hole number 9. Short par 4, 111 meters. So roughly about 360 feet. For a par 4, very short. There is a mando to the right side. I guess it protects that pedestrian path or walking path. And a lot of trees to dodge and avoid through here. But again, a very short par 4, very scoreable. You at least want to walk with a 3.
Of course.
There have been some longer putts for eagle on this hole, but you just don't want to make a mistake and puck a par, or even worse, a bogey.
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of eagles on this hole this tournament. Actually, Anders Svärd, once again, after the ace on hole 6, he got this eagle.
Wow.
Yeah.
A veteran in the game, a 5-time Swedish champion, Anders Svärd. Longtime friends. Every time I come to Europe, I see him and play rounds with him quite a bit, so it's always an honor, especially all these years later, still playing rounds with him. It's been great.
A fellow Discmania team member, right?
Absolutely, representing the Shield well. Kristian going hyzer.
Also representing Discmania with his cap there, even though he's not sponsored.
Getting a early left tree, really didn't commit to that hyzer line shot. The one thing you do want to do is kind of hang it out around that little grouping or island of trees, short left side, and then kind of see what happens as you try to get through the second or maybe third layer. Henric capitalizing on that and swinging it out there, trying to get some penetration down the fairway.
Yeah.
This is what the second shot leaves you. Like, hit early, not much to it.
Not much, but a lot more than there were, because the city actually was here this winter and chopped down a lot of trees here without us knowing. So some of the holes are quite open now, which they were not before.
So you're saying this is open comparative?
Oh yeah, for sure. Where Kristian was, there was nothing before.
So maybe that warrants the par 4 possibly. I could see it if there's more trees, but man, this is kind of what this leaves you. This second shot, long attempt, or even a little layup over the rock. See how close that OB is though? It's about as close as hole 7 was, within about 3-4 meters.
Yeah.
Linus long attempt. Catching a late tree.
Not happy about that.
Love these visuals, love these views of the trees and the rocks and the moss. Just the natural aesthetic and beauty of this course. Triple split.
Wow. Triple split for Spliid.
Very nice putt.
Putting towards OB, but makes it.
So capitalizing off some drives, even some shorter drives, catching some trees, and still getting up down for the birdie 3.
It's a must get. This hole is one of the easier birdies.
So there's your front 9 for the Leadcard. Round 3, final round here at the 2019 Swedish Open. Linus still holding on to a 2-stroke lead. We got both Kristians charging. And Henric making some moves on this Leadcard.
Yeah, they're still within reach, so I think we'll see some exciting pushes here on the back 9.
Come join us for the back 9 here at the 2019 Swedish Open from Borås, Sweden.